I'm good. How are you? Hey, Andres. I'm in Toronto for a bit. I'm staying at a friend's. It's nice, right? Hi, Josh. They're good. How are you? The next school year? Right. Already? Whew. Being a teacher. I wonder, like, if teachers were, like, the highest in the totem pole, that might be so, like, imagine if, like, teaching was, like, the highest privilege that one could ever attain. Like, it was like being a doctor. And it was like, oh, you're a teacher? And we got treated with that, like, level of, like, respect and salary and, like, care. I mean, how would that actually, like, change the population, you know? If we like valued that the most, like cultivating young minds, or just cultivating minds in general, never mind young. I would be into that world. Can we make that world? And they got like the best treatment, like the best R&R, because like, hello, it's so important what they do. It's so important. They need to like be at maximum capacity. I just like, I wonder how like I wonder how everything would change. I feel like it would get so good. How's the music coming along? It's taken a back seat. Thank you for the reminder. It needs to get up and going again. But actually, this is a really good spot for me to be creative. Like, there's not as many distractions. There's a piano in the bedroom. So, yeah, I'm gonna get back to it. Thanks for asking. Hi, Vuitton. Is it Vuitton? Or Vuitton? Thanks for being here. Alan, hi. Hi, Felix. Hi, Momos. You do it to make a difference. I know you do. I know like teachers are so well intentioned. So like, what if we friggin' gave back in the way that Felix, do I consider myself beautiful? Yeah. Hi. There's some fancy digs. Yo, it's super, she's like super, super artistic. So very eclectic, and she loves to travel. So there's, yeah, it's a nice space. Oh, it's Vuitton? Cool. Nice name. Hi, Limax. Snarly, what's up? Don't hesitate. Thanks. Hi, Eric. Thank you. You guys are great. Don't say that. I want that. I want that world, okay? I want that world. I think that world is possible. I think like everyone is waking up to the impact that like mindset and like support and like just like how much what like you feed a person's like brain and belief in themselves, how much that actually like impacts. So like I think the emphasis more and more is going into that. Like a doctor, yes, they can like do amazing things, treat the body. I'm not saying that's not important, but like how do you treat the mind? How do you treat like, I think that's actually where we are going, right? You'll know this. I'm from Canada. You give give is what you get. Yeah. Not really. Some won't understand. That's okay. The ones who do just have to make up for them. That's okay. They don't understand until they do, right? You should. Hi, Be Rich. Eastern part. Yes. Yeah. I live in Montreal, but I'm in Toronto right now. Hi, my wish. Lots of new people on here. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Savinia, thank you. You are too. What's Italian brain rot? You're welcome. It's a good vibe. It's actually like really nice to do a live in a different space. It's something I've wanted to do for a while. Just like breaks it up, makes it fresh again. I have a dream. What? You're right. It would be a different thing. Do you think that person is alive today? You're right though. We need a new like visionary. We need visionaries. Hello, where are they? It's really nice. It's really hot. Like, I might stay inside till the sun goes down. Oh, you are? Wait, who are you going to see? Snarly. Thanks, Savinia. Hi, Adam. What's going on? Jordan, I don't know. It's a 1-bedroom. Oh, thanks, Mamas. I really appreciate that. Hi, Layla. You like the woods? I love the woods. I love your name. I've never seen it spelled like that. It's green screen. It's like AI generated. I'm with you. Walk through like a forest is like where is my happy place, with like light dappling through the leaves. That's like my favorite kind of walk. So you're like you're a forest fairy. That's what I like to tell myself. Diane and Mina. Are they like people you know? That's so dope. The songs in Rico are great. They're just very like classic rock. So some I'm more into than others, and that's like nothing on you. But I appreciate the sentiment. And it's not irritating. Hi, Nahi. Hi, Driona? I love all the names. Okay, cool. Thanks, Driona. Thanks for being here. What's going on with you guys? How's life? How's the summer? No, I figured. Like, that's your music. So I love that that's your music. I love that. And like, I don't know a lot of the music you're sending me, so I was like, should I send him my music? Probably. You got a new job? What do you do? It's going well, I'm so glad. Went by so fast. I know. I know. Like, it's okay. Isn't August like, I think August is maybe my favorite month in the summer. It's so bittersweet in a way. You see it coming to an end. And you're almost excited. But you're still like holding on to like every last like little bit of it. Eric, whoa, you're a chef at a casino? That's so cool. I bet you're really good. What's your favorite thing to make? Andres, really? Okay. These are like my PJs. Yo, Jackson, how's it going? Matthew, thanks for being here. Yeah, different view. Savina, you love horror? Oh, you're like my agent. She loves horror. What am I drinking? I'm drinking an iced coffee with oat creamer. Hi, Jason. You guys love, I don't love horror, but like I don't like being scared. I know you like classical and orchestral. I haven't been listening to a lot of that. For a while, I've been telling my dad that we should have like a classical music podcast where he like schools me on classical music. But I don't know if people would be actually interested. Thanks, Jackson. Would I star in a horror film? Probably. It depends on the horror film. Like, I'm really against, in a way, like I'm really against traumatizing myself. Like even like things that like aren't horror, like what is it? You know, like the movie Room, which I've never seen, but I know she won an Oscar for it, and I know it's like a true story, and it's, wait, is it a true story or is it just based on a book? But I know like that's actually happened to girls. I just like I don't know if I could do that. I don't know that I could subject myself to that, and I'm kind of against like perpetuating like those kinds of images of like women in like horrible situations. So I don't know. It would depend on the horror film. Your energy's a little low? Okay. I'm gonna like just, I'm gonna shoot some energy your way. Thanks, Jackson. A scream queen? Yo, I don't know if my scream is very good either. I would have to work on it. I hate screaming. I hate it. When my voice is, I hate it. I hate it. Yeah, see, I'm not, like, I don't know if it's worth it. Does anyone actually like to watch that movie? Like, has anyone actually watched that movie and was like, that was great? I'm so glad I put myself through that. I don't know. My sister, like, literally can't stand anything that's, like, slightly depressing. She's like, I watch things to get away from that. I have anxiety. I don't need that in my entertainment. Thanks. It was a comedy. Yeah, totally. No, no, you're thinking The Room, uh, which is a masterpiece. Masterpiece. I'm not being funny. But I'm talking Room by, I think the book was like Emma Donoghue. Oh, I'm the final girl? Oh, yo, that's like the nicest thing anyone's ever said to me. I was supposed to be the final girl in a movie, in horror. And what the hell happened? Oh, literally like a few days before we were supposed to travel, the funding got cut. So it got postponed, and I was like, yeah, okay, postponed. But I think they actually did end up making that film, and I was unavailable. But I was supposed to be the final girl. Was I the final girl? I don't even remember. He is a genius. That movie. Yo, Alex, how are you? Oh, it could be like a supernatural thing. I didn't even think about that. Like, am I the baddie? Yeah, exactly. Okay. 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 So I guess I wanna give you guys like some energy. Right? I was reflecting a lot last night on let me see. How do I want to put it? Okay, so this past week, like, I was talking to my dad. And you have to know that, like, the way that I am on these live streams, like, I'm like that with the people in my life, for good or for bad. So I'm like, I believe in people. And I'm always like listening for their limitations. I'm listening for the ways, the like sneaky, subtle ways that sometimes they'll put themselves down, or like they'll be defeated, or they'll be like struggling. And I'm also listening for like the opposite of that, and for what they actually want. And I'm always trying to bring them back to that. I'm always trying to bring them back to like, just like, it doesn't have to be like 0 to 100, but just like a little bit better. And I'm always pushing for that. And like, I believe in them. And I was talking to my dad about this, and I was like, you don't get it. Like, I believe in you. Like, I'm holding this vision of you. And like, I understand that it might be tough and it might be difficult, but like, the way I related to it, it was like, we're going to the Olympics. I don't know if this is going to make sense out of context, but it was like, in my head, like, I'm taking you to the Olympics, and there's going to be some days when like you wake up sore and you wake up cranky and like you don't want to do it. And you're defeated and you're sad and you're frustrated. But like, I'm okay with all of that. We're still going to the Olympics because I believe in you that much. And as I was talking, I was like, God, you know, like, I wish someone believed in me as much as I believe in you. Like, I wish I had a me, the way that you have a me. And I heard myself say that. And I was like, oh, okay, go. I have to be that me, don't I? Like, I'm being hypocritical if I believe in someone else to this extent, but like I don't believe in myself. I'm not choosing myself. I'm not supporting myself in that same way. I'm being a hypocrite, and I really try not to do that. So yeah, like I've been reflecting a lot on like, would I choose me? Would I put myself first? Do I actually like have a vision of myself? And am I actually like holding that for myself and trusting myself that I'm gonna get there? Am I supporting myself towards that end? Am I like, am I being there for myself? And yeah, just thinking a lot about like, how do you treat yourself? How do you treat you? And how do you wish others treated you? Like, how do you wish others treated you? And do you actually do that for yourself? Because if you're not willing to do that for you, like, what right do you have to say like, oh, these other people are treating me so poorly? If you cannot be good to yourself, like you, where it's like you have like, it's you. If you cannot be good to yourself, like what right do you have to hold it against other people? And it's sneaky and it's subtle, and sometimes it is as simple as just like, do you talk badly about yourself in your head all day long? And that becomes really obvious. And it's just like, am I insulting myself? Am I putting myself down all day long? That becomes really obvious, and just like cut that out. Because again, if you were with someone who spoke that way about you, I would hope that you would cut that person out of your life. But you don't, like, you can't do that with you. So how do you speak about yourself and be aware of that? But there's like sneakier, more subtle things. Like something that I've personally struggled with, that I think some of you have spoken about too, is just like self-doubt. Okay, or like not believing in one's dreams, or like not believing that you can do it or you can achieve, or like that life can get better, or that you're good, or you're valuable, or you're beautiful, or you're smart or talented, or whatever it is, right? But self-doubt, like if you were like dating someone and they were like, I don't know if it's gonna happen for you. I don't think you're really good enough. Like, did you see that person? Did you see that person over there? Like, I don't really think you stand a chance. Like, what are you doing? You should just probably give up. I think you should pack it in. That's what I think. Like, would you continue to date that person? I really hope you wouldn't. I really, really, really hope you would put the brakes on that relationship. But that's sneaky. That's like the sneaky kind of stuff that can happen, like with your relationship with yourself. And it might also be like, what assumptions do you hold about other people, or how other people are going to treat you, or what you're like allowed to expect from other people? So for instance, like, do you think other people like you, just in general? Like, does that person want to talk to you? Does that person like seeing your face? Whatever it is. Again, if you were dating someone, or you were like friends with someone who was like, that person probably does not want to talk to you. Like, that person definitely is like out of your league, or like does not like you, you should just pack it in and go home. You're embarrassing yourself. Is that person like in your corner or not? Is that person against you or for you? And the truth is, it's like, you have you. Like if you think of this as a video game, I was just thinking about this, like, and you have this little avatar, and you know that whatever you like push this little avatar to do, however you support this little avatar, this little person that is you, however you support them and treat them, that's gonna like have immediate effect. Why are you treating them badly? Why are you putting them down? Why are you second guessing them? Why are you taking the rug out from under them? Why are you doubting them? Why are you stopping them? Why are you doing that? Can you be aware of that? Can you be aware of how you're making that person feel? And can you switch it around where like you are their best supporter. You treat them the best of anyone. And treatment can be different. Okay, like there's a part of me that's in a way like really against the self-care movement. Like really, 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 because I just think it's like it becomes like this one more thing that like we have to do, like an assignment for homework, like you got to take bubble baths. I don't know. When maybe you don't want to take a bubble bath, like, but you're supposed to like do self-care and put on sheet masks or whatever. And that's not what self-care is. Self-care is like knowing yourself and knowing when you need to like hold yourself and be kind or compassionate or gentle, and also when to push. It's actually like getting to know yourself and being so in your own corner that you know what you need and you're behind yourself. You're like there supporting and cheering and doing whatever it is that you need. And so you're always good. You're always safe. You're always supported. And this isn't like this also isn't I think sometimes this can get twisted into being like, oh, I only have myself. This isn't to say that like other people can't be there for you, but at the end of the day, like, don't you want your best supporter, like your number one? Don't you want that with you all the time? And if you had like your greatest enemy with you all the time, it wouldn't really matter, would it? How many people outside were cheering you on? Like, don't you want to get in alignment with you and just be there for yourself? And if you don't, and if you don't think you deserve that, that is like really, really, really something to look at. Like, it's really something to look at of like, how do I treat myself and why? Why am I doing that? Why do I think that's in my best interest? Why am I withholding from myself? Why am I second guessing myself? Why am I putting myself down? Why am I doing that? And other people, like, in a way, they can't fix that gap. They can't. No matter how much someone might like validate you and give to you, unless you're willing to like take that in and take that on, it's like teaching man to fish or like feeding them for a day. Once that person goes, how do you feel about you? So yeah, I mean, I guess this is kind of like, I guess I'm imploring you guys to like think about just how you treat yourselves, what you think about yourselves, and whether like you would want another person thinking that about you. Second guessing yourself in that way. Pushing yourself or like criticizing yourself, judging yourself. If someone else was in a room right now judging you the way that you're judging you, would you kick them out? Would you be like, get out of here, I don't need that? What do you actually want them to think about you? And do that for yourself. And also like, what have you got to lose? What have you got to lose? What happens if you actually become your number one supporter? What happens if you actually choose you? And you go, no, I can do this. Like, what's the worst that's gonna happen? You will always have you. At the end of the day, when you go back into like your apartment, your room, there's gonna be someone who's like, I'm proud of you. And that, if you give that to yourself, that can never, ever, 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 ever be taken away. Who's gonna take it away? The only person who can take it away is you. So how do you treat yourself? And also, just because I'm a nerd, I looked up like the etymology of treatment or like treat. And it's kind of what I suspected, which is like, actually it comes, I don't know if it's like related to like tractor, but it comes from like, anyway, it comes from like the Latin, and it's almost like to drag around or to handle, to deal with. And thinking about this, just like, and reflecting on like who I've been and like past versions of myself. Yeah, do you consider yourself someone like, are you just dragging yourself around, getting from like point A to B, being like, okay, I'm stuck with this person. might as well make the most of it. Like, I don't know, I guess I have to be with this person for the rest of my life. Like, are you just dragging yourself around? Or do you actually think it's amazing that, like, you're you? Is it a privilege to be in your own company? To look at your own face? To think your own thoughts? To do what you do? Do you actually enjoy being you? How do you deal with you? Is that a hindrance? And again, if you were dating someone who was like putting up with being with you, waiting until they got to get away from you, would you keep dating that person? You know, like the Hamilton trend. You know the Hamilton trend that's been going on with like him sneaking out the window? Are you that to yourself? Are you like, okay, I'm gonna go drink myself to sleep now? You get to think anything about yourself and it's going to come back. You get to assume anything about yourself. You get to push yourself in any direction that you want and support yourself in any direction that you want. So why would you ever undermine yourself? And why would you give up on yourself? I talked like the last live about like training a puppy, okay? And like for me, I'm like, oh, okay. Really, it's just like show the dog, get the dog to do the behavior you want and encourage that. Encourage like what you actually want and cheer for that and hold that, right? Don't punish the stuff you don't like. Don't even make a big deal about it. If he pees on the carpet, we don't even bring it up. Okay? When you pee on the carpet, figuratively or like literally, I don't know. Okay, that happened. What do we want? What do we want? Just keep like praising the good. Keep supporting the good. Keep cheering on the good. And know that like how you hold that person in your own mind and your own perception, like that is where you will move to. And so why would you waste your time beating down on the stuff you don't like? Whatever you put your attention on is where you're gonna go. So why would you berate? Why would you undermine? Why would you second guess? Why would you doubt? When the opposite is going to have such an effect, such a positive effect. And you get to do that. Like, what a privilege that like you're so powerful that you can guide this little avatar into being whoever you want. You're not stuck with yourself. Do you get that? Like, you didn't get a dud. I don't know if like any of you need to hear that. Like, you didn't get a dud. Okay? You didn't get like, oh, I don't know, I guess I'm just some people, they got a good one, I got a dud. I think I used to subconsciously think that, and this is like a weird thought that I used to have because whatever, I have spiritual parents and you hear about like reincarnation, and I remember I used to think like maybe in the next life I won't be this. And it took me a while to catch that thought and be like, what if I just decide like the next life is now? Why am I just like, oh, okay, well, this is the life I got. This is the person I got, and there's nothing to be done. You didn't get a dud. You are whatever vision you hold of yourself. So believe in yourself, push yourself, support yourself, treat yourself with so much kindness. Treat yourself however you wish to be treated, and it's going to come back to you. Love yourself. And I know a lot of you actually are like so incredibly encouraging and supportive and giving and loving and generous to other people. I know you are. So why would you not do that for yourself? And don't, like, if you're telling me anything about like martyrdom or anything, like, no, it's withholding. It's withholding, it's bullshit. And I'm sorry if anyone told you that like that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That's like selfless or whatever. It's mean. Stop being mean to yourself. It's just mean. And it's not helping anyone. You can only help as much as like you're willing to allow yourself to be big and helpful and like substantial enough to actually make impact. If you're like a tree and you really, really, really want to give shade to all those people out in the baking sun, okay, you better grow. You better grow. You better get so big that shadow can cover a lot of people. That you can house lots of little forest animals in those branches. And I know that if you're not used to it, really, really treating yourself well can feel maybe indulgent or scary or like stupid or wasteful or like whatever it is. I know that it can come across that way, but just stick with it. Just be good to you. And I think you'll also notice that you'll start treating other people differently. That you'll actually start being better in the world. You'll start feeling like more settled, and you'll actually be more available. It's not actually a selfish thing, okay? It's all you. It's all you, and you don't get to neglect this. So yeah, just, this isn't so much as like be good to you, because I don't exactly know what that looks like for you guys to be good to yourselves. And sometimes it's like, hey, get up. Sometimes it's like, nope, we're not going to complain anymore. We're not going to talk about this anymore. We're not going to stay in this story anymore. Nope, we're not indulging in this anymore. We're getting up, we're going. And sometimes it's like letting yourself cry it out. Like, I don't exactly know what it is for you, but isn't that your job to figure out? In the same way that you would want someone else to figure that out for you. You would want someone else to figure out what you need right now. It's like, it's an incredible privilege, and it will pay you back to get to know what you need and to give it to yourself. And the more that you do that for yourself, the more you also learn how to relate to others. And you just become more sensitive and more attuned and better and kinder and more compassionate and stronger and more faithful and more like, you can start with you, okay? Kizzy, you can have my hair. I mean, like, not literally. You can have whatever hair you want. You just start telling yourself you have nice hair. Again, why are you criticizing your hair, girl? I mean, you're not criticizing it, but my ex had conditioned me to hate myself. There's this like really odd notion in the world that like, that hate in any form is like constructive. It's not. And people that will teach you to do that are often coming from the place where like they do that, so it makes sense. It's hard most days. Again, I know it's so annoying, okay? And like, again, with my dad, sometimes he's getting so much better, but sometimes he'll be like that. Who do you want in your corner when you're thinking it's hard most days? Do you want the person who's like, yeah, sorry, I don't know how you're gonna get out of this. I mean, that's kind of funny. Or do you want the person who's like, maybe it's not. Maybe it's all working out. Maybe it's getting easier and easier every day. Who do you want in your corner when it's coming across that way? What am I gonna do today, Mama? I think I need to turn the music up and dance. I was doing a bit of that earlier, but not enough. I really mean it about the hair, okay? Kizzy. I don't even, oh yeah, because I used to feel like so self-conscious about my hair. I don't know what condition your hair is in, but I used to feel like so self-conscious about my hair. I remember like I used to be out or like at a friend's house and I would like, you know, when like you just can't stop thinking about it. I used to be like so cringy about my hair. And I think I just like stopped hating on it. And I started like allowing myself to indulge in the idea of having like beautiful hair and long hair, and like that could be part of who I was, like the version of me. And it just kind of naturally happened. So that's what I mean about like, can you hold it, like whatever you want? That's so beautiful. If you like want beautiful hair, I don't know how serious you were when you commented that, but if like that's who you want to be and that's something you want, then just hold that vision and like compliment your own hair and like touch it and love it, and your hair will like, your hair's listening. I know that sounds whatever, but be good to your hair, okay? I wish I wasn't me. Okay, so Alex, like in alignment with what I've been talking about, it's like if there was someone else in the room with you right now and you had said that, like, I would give yourself compassion. Like if I was there, or I guess I am here, you know, I'd be like, that must be really difficult to wish you weren't you. I mean, you're you. That must be really difficult. I would give myself compassion. I wouldn't think badly about thinking badly. I'd be like, yeah, that's understandable. You've probably like kind of been trained to think badly about yourself for a really long time. So it makes sense that that's still going to be there. At the same time, hey, I want you to feel so good about being you. I want you to love being you. I want you to realize what's already there, which is like being you is the greatest thing ever. It's already there. You're just not seeing it. You're just like not connecting the dots in the constellations yet, okay? And you're gonna hold that like that's actually possible. And we're just gonna inch towards that. That like, what if I actually love being this person? And every day I'm gonna get a little bit closer to that. And literally, it's as simple as I love being me. As like, in the same way that the thought occurs to you, like, I wish I wasn't me, and that just kind of feels like truthy. There's another version that's like, I love being me. I'm so glad I'm me. That could come across your mind like ticker tape and feel just as truthy. We're just trying to shift into that. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as just holding the like, the kind of consciousness that would be there if that was normal and natural for you to think those thoughts. God, I'm so glad I'm me. And to just move into that person. Thanks, Kizzy. Thanks, Kizzy. You're so cute. You scared a lot of people away though. So again, I understand that. Don't you wish someone was there to be like, yeah, and maybe they forgive you if you still want those people. Maybe they forgive you. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe you can get them back. Maybe you don't have to repeat those mistakes. Maybe other people will come into your life. Maybe it's all working out. Maybe you're different now. That won't happen again. Maybe it's okay that happened. Like, what do you need someone to tell you right now? And can you tell that to yourself? Gratitude. I also thought like maybe I would talk about gratitude. Gratitude's like this like magic, like this superpower. I don't know if you guys realize. Like if you just start thinking about things like it's this thing that you have access to, that's amazing if you want it. And gratitude is one of those things of like, why wouldn't you want it? It feels good. It feels really good. It's like putting on your favorite song in the same way of like, why wouldn't you put on a really good song? Like, why wouldn't you choose to feel grateful right now? And I get like sometimes that's a struggle and you're kind of just like in a headspace, and it takes some awareness to be like, okay, we've been here, we've been like sitting in this, let's shift it. Gratitude can do that for you. And it's just there. It's just this thing that's like waiting for you to pick up. And you can be grateful for yourself in advance. Like, be grateful in advance. That's what prayer actually is. Chuck Norris. Positive energy, yeah. The way that I see it is like, it's not like positive or negative. It's just like whatever is. Whatever you're aware of is like what is existing at this moment. So if you're aware of negative circumstances, that's what you're going to see. If you're aware of positive circumstances, that's what you're going to see. That this is all just like a result of your awareness. That everything you're experiencing is like a result of your awareness and what you've fed into and what you've perpetuated, what you've like stayed aware of and like grown through that energy. So it's not so much that I'm like positive energy. I'm just like, what do you keep your like? What are you fixed on? And if it's not what you want, why do you keep fixing your attention and awareness on that thing? And if you want something else, it's as simple as like, put it on that then. That's all it is. Put it on that. So instead of like health deteriorating, health, like in abundance. And you just keep putting it on that. You're in a downward spiral. Hey, what did you do to change? That's amazing. Eric, I'm really proud of you. You are what you eat. It's why actually like just thinking about that, do guys deal with this as much as girls, where like girls, like there's this myth of like this super healthy Pilates girl. And it's why like I'm not so into like the self-care movement, because it's about knowing what's actually like caring for you. And if you're like kind of perfectionist prone and you're like trying to uphold some like image that actually isn't your own by like doing the things that other people say you should be doing, that's not actually self-care. That's actually the same as like you know what I mean? Like for the perfectionist ones, it's like have a Coca-Cola. Like have something you shouldn't, because it's important for you to realize that like the rules only exist when you say they do. Like those standards only exist when you set them there. It's coming from you and you get to decide. You get to decide like what the ideal is. Okay, Alex, it's really quite simple. Okay. We could go with something simpler, but because you gave me like I don't like being myself. Okay. Imagine if you really loved being you. If you really, 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 really loved being you. Can you imagine what that would be like? And you just hold that. And maybe you can only hold that for like 5 seconds. But then you keep pushing that. And you keep holding that, because that's basically what you've been doing with your current thing. You've just been holding the idea of not liking being this person. So what would it be like if you loved being Alexander? And things are going to start coming to you. Like it's going to fill in. I love being this person. I'm so glad. Like you wake up in the morning, like you do something, you say something, you're with other people, and somehow being you is perfect. What would it be like? Just imagine. That's what you're doing right now. It's just you've imagined it for so long that it became reality. So just imagine. And if you're like, I don't know how to do that, yes you do, because anyone who's like ever read a book or anyone who's ever watched a movie, the only reason that movie had any effect on you at all is because you inherently have the capacity to imagine what it would be like if. Every person has that capacity. What would it be like if? Okay? It's just a lot of people like they get that and they just like keep it outside of themselves. They go, yeah, but that's just like a movie. That's just a story. That's just fantasy. It's all fantasy. It's just like what you choose to make real. So if you decide right now, like if literally, I mean this in every way, and I know it's not easy to stay there, but you could just decide, and people do this. I am now the version of me that is so grateful to be me. Like, I just am that person. That's just who I am now. In the same way that the day after your birthday, you're like, oh yeah, I'm this age now. You're like, oh yeah, I'm the person who like really likes being me. And when the opposite of that thought comes up, you're like, oh no. I'm this other person now. I like being me. And you just keep like digging into that. You just keep dwelling in that. Go method with it, okay? There's like a character that you get to play who really, really enjoys being Alexander. And there's going to be like lots of conflicting thoughts that might come up around that. Like, no, 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 we don't like this person. But if you've actually committed and if you actually want it badly enough, in the same way that like if you really like badly enough want to like stop doing drugs or like whatever it is, then you're just going to stay as the person who likes themselves. Like, think of it like an addiction. Like, it's not that you actually hate yourself or don't like yourself. It's just that like you're a bit addicted, you're a bit like compulsively drawn to the thought of I don't. It's not actually true, it's just something you do. Does that make sense? Like, if you stop thinking about thinking as something that you are and something as you do, like, I just think this, it doesn't make it true. And instead of thinking that, I'm gonna think something else. I'm gonna think what's actually true, which is I do like myself. And if you start thinking of it that way, like, the world will kind of open up for you and you'll see that you have choice in what you invest your thoughts and your feelings and your energy and your belief into. Eric, I'm just really impressed by you. Watch, It's a Wonderful Life. It's just a perspective switch. It's like, it's so small. It's not this big thing. It's just this like, oh, I just kept picking up this thought and I could have been picking up this one. It's actually so small. But you just have to keep picking up the one you actually want. And it's not about figuring it out. It's about choosing. Does that make sense to you? It's like, I'm trying to, it's like if you wanted to learn how to ride a bicycle and you kept like falling down and you're like, I need to figure out why I keep falling down. I keep falling down. I need to figure out, why do I keep falling down? I keep falling down. Look at me. I keep falling down. How do I figure out not to fall down? How do I not fall down? Hey, can you tell me how I don't fall down? And literally like all you need to do, just stay up. Just keep pedaling. Just stay up. Just stay up. Just keep getting back on the bike and just stay up. That's how you do it. So also, Alex, I'm just gonna say this. I'm curious what you mean by like, I don't know if I can succeed. And that seems to me like you need to be like perfect at it. Like it needs to be like the program is installed and now it just like goes. If the old thoughts come back, you haven't failed. You succeed. Like, success is immediate. The second you think it and you just like imagine if, hey, you succeeded, you're now that guy. The second you imagine yourself to be that guy, you're that guy. You succeeded. And then if you fall off, but you get back. Like, success is immediate as soon as you do it. Whether it's like 1 second, that's still success. If I am on the bike for 1 second, I was still like upright for 1 second. And you just keep like elongating that time on the bike, right? If someone like fell off their bike after riding for 20 years, you wouldn't be like, oh, I guess you don't know how to ride a bike. Like, it'd be like, no, they fell down. That's okay. If you still want to ride the bike, get back on the bike. Savinia, you're so sweet. Yeah, and we fall in our thoughts sometimes, and in our perceptions, and in our like assumptions and our estimations and our belief, and we fall and we doubt, and that's okay. But it's about like what you revert back to, when you like remember really, really those times when like you fall. Those are the most critical times, because that's when you actually can prove to yourself that change has taken place. When you don't do the same thing, when you don't react the same way. Like, how do you react to yourself? How do you react to your own like negative assumptions or beliefs? Are you there for yourself in the same way that like a really good friend or like a really good boyfriend or wife or whatever, in a way, like who they are, that's really tested when like the chips are down? Who are you for yourself when the chips are down? Hey Zora, I'm from Canada. Nothing changes, nothing changes. I should go too. Are you Russian, Savinia? Where? Okay. Cool. I wish I spoke Russian. All right, I'm gonna go. Is there anything else? Any other questions you guys have for me? Eric, thank you so much for being here. Everyone. Alex, I really do believe in you, and you're getting there. You don't need to figure it out so hard. You just need to practice. I remember, like, I haven't taken piano lessons in a while, but I used to like go into piano lessons, and I would have all these like like I wanted to talk about piano and like kind of from like a theoretical perspective, and my teacher would be like, and he would be like interested in it, like interesting discussions, definitely, but he would kind of just be like, let's play, okay, let's just play. So just play. Like, this isn't heavy. If you can get away from the idea that it's like really heavy and really onerous, like, and it's just like, hey, you have this option of pretending, because you're pretending right now, pretending like I really, really like who I am. I'm just gonna pretend. I'm just gonna play as that person. I'm gonna imagine what that's like. And I'm gonna like try it for like short bursts of time. Like, I'm just like walking down the street and I really like being me. I'm just gonna feel into that. And the other thing with that too, that will probably feel good. Hopefully that feels good. And you'll start being like, oh, why aren't I doing this all the time? Like, it feels better and people react to me better and things work better. Why did I think the opposite was right? Your brother's getting married? That's amazing. Are you going? No, you're not in Scotland, are you? Your hands are too shaky. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say, if you really wanted to play, you could. But that's okay. Okay, Hi, Sean. What's up? Okay, I'm gonna go. I love you guys so, so, so much. Thank you for being here. Yeah, I'll be in this space again next week. Thank you, Josh. Thanks, Josh. Thank everyone. Thank Josh for being mod. Alex, I want you to practice, okay? Thanks, Savinia. Okay, bye. Love you.